but we'll continue working on the same subject. Subject being understanding more deeply Pratyahara. In the 8 steps of Patanjali Yoga, the step of Pratyahara in English is often translated as restraining the senses from interfering or running all over the place. I don't like that definition, I have never liked it. Because unlike other things, senses don't work that way. The more I try to restrain a particular sense, the more it bothers me. Like, think of somebody who you don't like. The example I have often given is not about someone you don't like, but don't think of a black cat. Okay. And the only thought that comes is the black cat, maybe some different shades of black, but it is the black cat that keeps interfering. Which is to illustrate that senses can be engrossed into something. The more deeply the sense is engrossed in something, the less other senses will bother me. So we looked at 5 obvious senses first. Eyes, ears, tongue and so on. Then we looked at other senses that are not that obvious. The first one we looked at was a sense of belonging, being at home. Okay. Not connected to any particular sense, but it is a sensation that I feel. Every sensation that there is that we look at, you feel that. And the way we have tried to work very briefly is to see the emotion it creates and see how that emotion affects my breath and how that breath ultimately has an effect on what I feel in my heart. Then we looked at the sense of being, not just happiness, just sense of being. And a little corollary to that was sense of being without sense of becoming. If you are able to pay attention to all that, it's leading deeper and deeper. Then we looked at the sense of being kind. How does that affect me, my emotion?